Hello everyone, welcome to the second annual Burnies, our cozy game award show. First time being video version if you're over on YouTube, and this will also be audio version on all of the audio platforms, whichever one you pick out. But I am Patrick from Nintentalk, joined by the cozy queens, literally the queens today. We have crowns and everything. Peyton, how we doing?
I mean, again, I feel like you have manifested us being queens, and at first I was like, nah, we're not the cozy queens. Today, Min and I said, yeah, actually, absolutely, we are. And I'm happy to be here in a little dress and a little gown and talking about cozy games. A dress and a gown? It's not a gown.
You got two layers on.
When is it a gown? Is it a gown if it touches the floor?
Yeah.
It's not. I can't get up. You'll see too much. But anyway, I'm really glad to be here to be celebrating this year of cozy gaming with the Burnies. Min looks like a fairy princess, and I love everything that's happening.
Yeah, I floated down here in a bubble today. Glinda vibes, you know. But I'm so excited for this year and the Burnies. And I was telling Pat and Peyton, I'm like, Pat's never gonna compliment us again because we take it a little too literally. But
oh, come on, every episode.
Next year, you'll call us the cozy clowns, and we'll come in clown makeup.
Ooh, I have a lot of power here.
I like that.
Well, no, actually, you don't have power.
Okay, welcome in to the Cozy Game Award Show. I want to start off by saying thank you for all of your votes. I was told that this is triple the amount of votes that we had last year. So thank you very much. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for voting on it. And this will also be our last episode of the year, but we will restart next year in January.
Never again.
Yeah, never again. This is it.
Oh.
But thank you again. And thank you to our guests that helped us out in this show, which you will see a little bit later. So we will get to that. Man, we have breaking news, I'm hearing. Something just was released.
Yeah, breaking. We have, for a limited time only, 2025, the Burnies Cozy Game Awards merch, t-shirts, hoodies, all the things. And what else is there, Pat? Wait, I'm getting news. What else?
Hi, yeah, this is Pat on the scene. I'm hearing sticker sheets. I'm seeing mugs. I'm seeing bucket hats. And there is a code that you can use. Code Burnies for 10% off the entire site. So the limited stuff and also our older merch you can get right now. Thank you in advance for that. Before we get to these awards, I kind of wanted to go around the room and, you know, get a little pulse on 2025 in terms of cozy gaming. How was it, Min? Was it great? Was it the worst thing ever? What was the year like for you?
Yeah, it was definitely the worst thing ever.
Stop it.
Just kidding. No, this year of cozy gaming was pretty good. We had some really big releases, story of seasons, a lot of games being updated and kind of sticking around from last year. So we had some bigger releases, but we also had a lot of short and sweet games that I think stole my heart more than a lot of the bigger releases this year. And we also had a lot of games that maybe disappointed us, some delays. So definitely kind of an up and down year. What about you, Peyton?
Girl, it wasn't the best year for the cozy gamers. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a hater. Except for these games. These games are great. They're on here for a reason. Yeah, I don't think it was the strongest year for cozy gaming, but I think next year is going to be really big. Last year was quite big as well, so I feel like, I don't know, this was maybe a transitional year, and at least for me, I feel like I started figuring out more of what type of games I gravitate toward and which ones maybe I'm kind of over. So I think there were some high highs and low lows for the year, which just kind of equate to being somewhere in the middle, but I do think there are a lot of hidden gems, and I do think there are some really great games, especially on today's award ceremony.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there were a lot of good games. I mean, Marvelous carrying with like 2 heavy hitters this year. But yeah, I think you're right. Like a lot of people kind of honed in on like what kinds of games they like, what kind of announcements they like to see, which is always good. You know, going forward, next year is definitely a hyped year because there were so many delays. Some games came out that maybe weren't as good as we thought they were going to be. So, but this is a great segue, Peyton, because this first category kind of kept us going. Kept a lot of
Thank
people
God.
going.
Oh my God. Thank God they did. The first category of the Burnies 2025. I'm honored to come up to the podium in my Brooklyn apartment to announce it to you. The first category is the Ongoing Game Award. This is for cozy games that did not come out this year for the first time, but they kept going. There were updates. There were things that kept the game alive in some way, shape, or form. Without further ado, the nominees are Infinity Nikki, Palia, Moonstone Island, and Disney Dreamlight Valley. And the Burnie goes to Moonstone Island! Woo-hoo! Yeah, Moonstone Island is dominating this vote with 49.8%. Just so you have the statistics of it. We won't run down all the percentages, but about 300 people voted in total. So that one was the winner for this. That's what I voted for. What do you guys think about this winner?
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Like Moonstone Island, out of these 4, is like the little indie game who could. You know, you're going against Disney, Palia, who has way more concurrent players than something like Moonstone Island. But I feel like Moonstone Island did a lot, obviously, to get this award. I think I did vote for Palia because out of these games, Palia had a lot of updates. And I went as so far as to like start playing Palia, not anymore consistently, but went back to Palia.
There's great updates again. You got to get back to it.
Yeah, like they had that big farm update. Like I think they've done a lot too, but Moonstone Island I think well deserved. Man, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Moonstone Island definitely deserves this win. And it is really cool to see that the votes came in majority for Moonstone Island, like vast majority. Because I guess it's not the first game I like compared to Disney Dream, like Palia and Nikki, they definitely probably have bigger audiences out there, but Moonstone Island is representing here. And I think that's huge. It definitely had a lot of updates. I went back to play that one this year to check out the updates, but the one I voted for was Palia, which I also went into this year to go back for an update. And I actually felt like I was enjoying the game more than I had in the past. And I was like, wow, I think I finally get it. I get the hype around this game. So that's what I ended up voting for. But I think we have some pretty stacked nominees here of great games that kept going throughout the year.
People just wanted to evolve their spirits, and you are my people. Same, me too. And I love it. So yeah, but I think these were all great options. I mean, all of these games had so many updates this year, and while I didn't play all of them, I noticed that they were happening. Like, I feel like these games were constantly ones that people are like, oh my God, there's another update, which is great to like stay in the cozy gaming relevance sphere, I guess.
And they came out with that physical version. Moonstone came out with a physical version, like special editions. They love their game. So it's going to be, I'm excited to like follow that team to see what they do next. Are they going to keep adding to it? But very, very good. Men, what do we have next here?
Next, we have our short and sweet category. These are the games that they don't need to be hundreds of hours to be great. Our nominees are Is This Seat Taken?, Gemporium, Henry Halfhead, Monument Valley 3, and Wanderstop. And we have a special guest who's going to be joining us to announce the winner.
Hi, Burnies Cozy Gaming Awards. I'm Lock Vanessa, and you can find me trying out all different kinds of cozy games on YouTube and helping you decide if they are the game for you or not. Now, I love playing all sorts of cozy games, but honestly, I don't always have the hours to sink into long games anymore. And that's why short and sweet titles are such a must for me. It's not always about the length, it's about those small, thoughtful moments that just click. And now, for the winner of Short and Sweet goes to Is This Seat Taken? There is something so satisfying about moving people about and completing little puzzles to find their perfect spot.
Thank you so much, Lock Vanessa, for sharing the short and sweet winner. Is this seat taken? What do you guys think of that? And what did you vote for in this category?
Yeah, I love this game. It dominated with 60.7% of the vote.
Mhm.
I voted for the little guy. I did vote for Henry Halfhead. I was one of 5 people to do so. But if I wasn't going to pick Henry Halfhead, I would have picked Is This Seat Taken? I think it's such a fun puzzle game. One of my favorite gaming memories of the year was I played that one docked on my Steam Deck with my onto my TV, and my boyfriend and I were solving the puzzles together, and it was just so fun because it's like a single player puzzle game, but we were able to play it together, and it's like one of my favorite wholesome moments of the year. So I'm glad to see other. Ooh, my headset is falling off because of my crown is too big. I'm glad to see other people enjoyed it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, Is This Seat Taken was actually the only game I played out of these 5. But I think it was amazing. Super polished. Love the graphics, love the gameplay, and it did like slowly get very difficult, which I do appreciate in these kind of games. So I think, yeah, that was a great winner.
Yeah, I voted for Gemporium, and I loved that game. It was one of my favorites of the year, so I had to vote for it. But I think we had a lot of really good short and sweet games this year.
All right, the next category is Best Artistic Direction. And this cozy game was stunning to play and stunning to look at. This one's interesting because I don't feel like you need to play all of these to necessarily get like a good grasp on it. But here are the nominees. We have By Sweet Carol, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, Winter Burrow, Ritual of Raven, The Guardian of Nature, and Spills. And the winner is a very close one with 30% of the vote is Winter Burrow. Another small little indie game going against like bigger ones. So this is a great one. Peyton, did you vote for this one? What do you think?
I didn't, but I love you. I voted for By Sweet Carol just because in that game, I didn't know when the cutscenes ended and I began. But I love the art style in Winter Burrow so much. It gives me nostalgic, like Franklin and Little Bear vibes, which I love. And I'm really glad that this one wasn't forgotten because this one just came out. So oftentimes some of the best games like creep up at the end of the year and oftentimes they're overlooked. So I'm glad that this one is being recognized for how visually stunning it is. And I haven't played it yet, but it's one that I'm very excited to play. But what about you guys? Did you vote for this one?
So I did not vote for this one, but I think that Winter Burrow has really wonderful storybook vibes, and that's also what I went for with my vote, but I went for By Sweet Carol, one of the only ones I had played on this list of games, of nominees. And By Sweet Carol had a stunning art style, which drew me in from like the second I saw the game or heard about the game. So that's ultimately why it took my vote. But I think all of these had really stunning art styles, and Winter Burrow is definitely a deserved winner with that totally unique like art style and even characters and everything like that. What do you think, Pat?
Yeah, so we all voted for By Sweet Carol, which is interesting because that game was actually 3rd place. 2nd place was Rune Factory, who lost by like 2%. So yeah, I think this category is definitely like, this is up for grabs for anyone, but I think we all kind of love the old Disney kind of spooky vibes. Didn't that game also come out in like October or something? Yes. It was like the perfect release date. So I think that resonated with us. But Winter Burrow, I love it too. I definitely see like the Little Bear old school, vibe. So I think that's a great winner. So congrats, Winter Burrow. I want to play it now. It's winter.
Me too. Next up, this might be one of my favorite categories because this is one of my favorite types of cozy games. And dare I say, other than farming sims, one of the biggest style of cozy games. Next up, we've got Best Simulation Game, non-farming. So the other things, doing repetitive real-world activities, manual labor, ooh, but somehow it's cute and cozy. Here are the nominees for this year's Burnie. First up, we've got Discounty, 2 Point Museum, 2 Pixelia, Tiny Bookshop, Monster Care Simulator, and Power Wash Simulator 2. This one was a sweep, I think. And the Burnie goes to Tiny Bookshop!
No surprise there.
No. How are you guys feeling about Tiny Bookshop? Did you expect this? You just said no surprise, so I'm going to assume no, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's a popular game. I know that a lot of people loved it. I did not vote for this one. I did play it. I liked it, but I think if you're a reader, you're probably going to enjoy it a little more. So, like, I really liked it. It's a well-made game. I actually voted for it. Do you guys know what I voted for out of these?
2 Point Museum?
2 Pixelia.
2 Pixelia I voted for.
Wow.
I love 2 Pixelia. I think it's a great life simulation game, and I was hooked when I was playing it. But honestly, I played all of these, actually. Like 2 Point Museum, very, very good. I need to play more of, especially with that new zoo update. Monster Care Simulator got the least amount of votes. I feel like people are sleeping on that one. That one's super fun. Power Wash Simulator 2, you either love or hate those games. And Discounty, very, very good game too. So, yeah, I'm not surprised with this one, though. Tiny Bookshop, great idea for a game. And I think we're going to see more games like that pop up. So, man, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not surprised by this winner. Tiny Bookshop took the cozy gaming world by storm with something unique and different, and it just had so many different aspects to the game than just running the bookshop. Like it had little side stories and side quests and so many things to it. So I'm not surprised that that one won. I did vote for Discounty though. Discounty definitely took a lot of time from me this year, as in a good way, because I enjoyed playing it. It's a supermarket simulation game with a storyline. It kind of feels like a farming sim style, but it's more story driven and it's obviously no farming. But yeah, it's one that really stood out to me this year. But I will say, when we were picking out the best simulation games and the nominees and narrowing it down, it was so hard for us to narrow it down because there were so many games that just kind of went, out of the realm of farming sims this year. And yeah, so I think we have some really good nominees. And ultimately, I'm not surprised by Tiny Bookshop winning.
Yeah, I'm not either. This was for me one of the games I had on my most anticipated cozy game lists that actually turned out to be good and not bad. So Discounty's gonna fire me from singing the jingle, but I did.
Yeah, you kind of sound like that narrator.
I know. Oh, she's got such a stunning voice,
Yeah.
and the singing of the jingle. Oh my god, so good. I did pick Tiny Bookshop, but Discounty close second. I enjoyed both of them so much. In the end, I ended up picking Tiny Bookshop just because I don't know. It surprised me more. I think it surprised me because I thought it was going to be much more simple than it actually was, and I wasn't anticipating quests and characters and so many locations and needing to actually pay attention to the titles and descriptions of books. I don't know. I love that game. And that game was also when I think of some of my favorite gaming moments this year, I remember when I was playing that game, I just had such a, oh my goodness, good vibes. So glad to see it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next category is Standout Indie Farming Sim. And these are the indie farming sims that made themselves known this year. And our nominees are Cattle Country, Jolock Town, Tales of Seku, or like Pat says, Seik. I don't know what he said.
How does Pat say it?
Oh my God. Tales of Seku.
Yeah.
Well, yes, that's
I
okay.
think I said like Saiku or something. I don't know.
Seeds of Calamity, Research Story, and Firefly Village. We are sending off the results of this Burnie to our good friend.
Josh's Gaming Garden. Take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh from the YouTube channel Josh's Gaming Garden, where I play and discuss all of the farming simulation games. This year, by far my favorite game is Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, which has been consuming most of my gaming time since it released in August. But 2025 also had its fair share of Standout indie farming sims. And the winner for Standout indie farming sim is Cattle Country. I played this one for a bit when it launched. I was really intrigued to see how they were going to combine the Wild West theme with the farming sim gameplay, and I loved the idea. That being said, to be honest, I couldn't get into it as much as I would have liked. I ran into a lot of issues, lots of little bugs, but seeing how everyone is enjoying it now makes me want to give it another chance.
Thank you so much to Josh's Gaming Garden for announcing the Burnie winner for Standout Indie Farming Sim, Cattle Country. Wow.
That's
What
a surprise.
what do you guys think of this? I mean, they were pretty close in the votes here, but we had a lot of really interesting, I would say, indie farming games this year. But Cattle Country took the winner, took the cake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one, I think because of this award, I don't usually do this, but I gotta play Cattle Country. I gotta play this
There you
game.
go. I haven't
try
played
it.
any of these games. I played Tales of Seku for like an hour,
Mm-hmm.
like for the
Me
demo
too.
one time. I've played none of these games. I did vote for Jolock Town though, because that was the one I was most interested in. But Min has talked Cattle Country up
Yeah,
so
this is your
much,
game.
so I'll have to try it.
Yeah, I enjoyed Cattle Country. I didn't feel like it did a lot that was like crazy different, but it did just enough that was unique. And it's more like figure it out yourself. I heard it got a really good update though, so I do want to check that out. But this category, a lot of games were early access releases this year for
Mhm.
indie farming sims. Did you play any of them and what did you vote for, Pat?
So I only played one, which was Firefly Village, and I ended up voting for that because I don't feel like it's right to vote for a game I didn't play. But I will say that Research Story actually allowed it. Honestly, like all of these, like people have talked up a lot, and I'm not usually someone who jumps on like an early access train, but I'm definitely gonna be playing Cattle Country, and Research Story has been on my list. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this is a great win.
Yeah, I forgot to say what I voted for. I actually didn't vote for Cattle Country.
Whoa.
I voted for actually Seeds of Calamity, which is an early access, because
Okay.
that game, when I was playing it, although I didn't maybe love the art style as much as other games, I could see that this one one developer behind this game was taking notes on like all the games in this category, all of the farming sims out there by adding in like mechanics of like separating your tools from your chest and like all the things I'm always talking about. So that's what made me end up voting for that one because it stood out in my mind and I'll definitely check it out in 1.0. But yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
The next category is Best Soundtrack. This cozy game soundtrack made the game even more immersive. We only have 4. Honestly, we could have probably had like 12 nominees for this one. But the nominees are Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, After Love EP, and Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game. And the winner, with 41% of the votes, is Story of Seasons,
Oh.
Grand Bazaar.
Wow.
Woo!
Forgot my drum roll. Yay!
This was kind of like a 2-horse race. Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar, Fantasy Life I going at it, but Story of Seasons was the winner. Peyton, did they get it right? What did you vote for?
I'm gonna be so for real with you. I don't remember the music on any of these games except
dare
for the
you.
one I voted for, which was After Love EP. I do remember the music there because I was really bad at the Guitar Hero E mini games that went along with it. So that one was the only one that stuck out to me. That's my own fault. Oftentimes, I mute the games and I put on lo-fi. So this is not my category, but I love it. I don't know. Can you guys hum a Story of Seasons song for me? Can you give me like a little taste of it?
Boom 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 boom.
I should have voted for that. You're right.
I don't think I can like hum one, but once you hear them, they just get inside your mind because every season has a different one, and like
Yeah. And the festivals and the cutscenes, like everything in that game had a soundtrack to it. Yeah. So that's what I voted for, Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. Because every time I put the like starting screen on of that game, I'm like, what the heck is this? Like it sounds like a Disney movie soundtrack or something. I don't know. I loved it. I love that soundtrack, and I definitely remember that one.
Yeah, I voted for Story of Seasons as well. I thought it was I thought it was super memorable. I like the nominees here. After Love EP. The only one I'm surprised, and actually a decent amount of people voted for, was Tales of the Shire. I remember playing Tales of the Shire and not really taking in the soundtrack. Like I just remember it fitting the vibe of, Lord of the Rings and like kind of like a, fantasy world. So yeah, that one's interesting, but I think all four of these are very deserving, but I voted for Story of Seasons.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go. The next category is for all you puzzle lovers, which I am. Now, my favorite puzzle game of the year did not make the list, which was Car Swap on your phone. You can play. There's Car Swap. That's a good one. But the real puzzle games, they self-explanatory. They're puzzle games. Here are the nominees. Is This Seat Taken? Squeak Ross, Home Squeak Home, Undusted, Letters from the Past, Tiny Garden, and Whisper of the House. And the Burnie goes to... Is This Seat Taken with their second win tonight? Oh my goodness. What do you guys think? This is the one I voted for, but I had only played this one and Squeak Ross, and it was tight between the two.
Yeah, this is the one I voted for. Very difficult. When I was voting, I was back and forth in this and Squeak Ross. Like, shout out Squeak Ross. If you like Picross games, this is the best one. This is the best one. Like, quality of life features. If you didn't know, like, you do like little Picross puzzles and you can, uncover, like, they transform into furniture, which then you could design with. Love that. But I think when you're talking puzzle game, Is This Seat Taken? It's more of a fun puzzle game than doing a Picross puzzle, to me anyway. So, yeah, I think, again, I've already talked about Is This Seat Taken, but I think this is a great win. 2 awards, man.
2 awards. Wow. Is This Seat Taken? I am going to need to go back and play more of that game. I think that is really cool that it's won 2 categories now. But I voted for Squeak Ross as well. This was one of the side quests that we played. If you're new to our podcast and you're like, why am I watching this video right now on the video version? We do a side quest, which is like our cozy game of the month. And this one that we had done was Squeak Ross, which is a Picross game, like Pat said, and it's really, really unique and different. So that's what I ultimately had voted for. But like I said, I think we have a really unique set of nominees for this category as well. A lot of different puzzle games. But yeah.
Sweet. What?
Okay,
Who's up next?
I think it's me.
Okay.
We're
All
doing
right.
it pretty good without
pretty
being
good.
like this person.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we are moving on to the Burnie for Best Cozy Decorating Game. That's what it is. The Best Cozy Decorating Game of 2025. Our nominees are Make Room, Little Corners, Twinklebee, Town to City, camper van make it home. And the Burnie goes to Make Room. Wow.
Nice.
Yes. What did you guys think of the decorating games that came out in 2025 and our winner, Make Room?
That's what I voted for.
Let's go. It's
Okay.
not what I voted for.
Ooh, what'd you vote
but
for?
I voted for Twinkleby or
Okay.
Twinklebee. I never know how to say it. Because I'll never forget the moment I learned you can evict the little residents in Twinklebee, and you do that by throwing them off the side of the cliff.
Yeah.
And that moment has stayed with me. But other than that, I was torn between that and Make Room. I did not play the others, though I've heard Town to City is a lot of people's game of the year.
Yeah.
Make Room, I think, though, is so deserving because they've done so many things to update it. I really enjoyed it as a very relaxing time, and it's one that I could see myself going back to. It won this category with 41%, so a significant kind of domination there. What did you say, Min?
I voted for Little Corners, which was a game that came out towards the end of the year. And if you've ever seen those sticker books, it's like a sheet of stickers and it's like all decorations for a room. And they have these like physically. And people take these tweezers and they like put the little images in the room and make a whole room. It's literally that, but it's on your PC. It's a game and it's so much easier than using tweezers. And I love the strategy that goes into how you stack the stickers, the different options of rooms and themes that you can do. And it really blew me away this year, and definitely a hidden gem out there. But I am so interested in Make Room and Town to City and all of these nominees. I also played Twinklebee and I really liked that one. So I need to play more decorating games, basically. But Pat, what about you? You said you voted Make Room.
I
You wanna
voted
say
Make
a little more
Room.
about it?
Yeah, I love Make Room. And the funny thing is there's so many games like it. There's so many of these like small diorama things where you put items everywhere and you have a cozy little time. But I feel like Make Room does such a good job of like they know what they're doing, and it's like well built. There's so many different settings that you can do. Like you can change the time of day and like the weather and stuff like that. And they've also come out with updates like there was a Halloween update, there's a Christmas update. So they're like sticking with the game. But I think this subgenre of cozy gaming is like definitely on the rise. You're seeing like so many games in this genre like take off. And yeah, I heard great things about Town to City, which I would love to check out. And then Camper Van Make It Home is good too. So I like this. I didn't think it was going to be this lopsided, but there you go. Alrighty. This next category, there was a clear winner. I think this winner got the most percentage-wise, but I love this category because this is the category not everyone votes on, but like definitely pay attention to these names. So this is the indie game Standout. So this little cozy game stood out amongst the rest. Here are the nominees. We have Tiny Bookshop, Gemporium, Die in the Dungeon, Locomoto, Little Rocket Lab, and Kitchen Sink Aloha. So those are the nominees. And we have a special guest to reveal the winner. Take it away.
Hello Burnies, my name is Ellie and I run the Cozy Gaming Club, where I love to shine a light on lesser known cozy games that perhaps don't get the attention that I think they deserve. You can find me over on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, basically every social media platform talking about my favorite cozy games, and my cozy game of the year for 2025 has to be Grimshire! Now, I know this is an early access game, but do not let that stop you playing it, because it may be one of the most innovative farming games that I've played in the last few years. A big thank you to Pat, Pay, and Min for inviting me here today to announce the winner of the Standout Indie Game Award. There are so many incredible games nominated for this category, so I would recommend going to play all of them. But there can only be one winner. And the winner of the Standout Indie Game Award for 2025 is Tiny Bookshop! Congratulations!
There you go. Thank you, Ellie. Tiny Bookshop with almost 64% of the votes. We talked a lot about this one. Peyton, this one destroyed. This was a one-sided.
Yeah. This was what, 63.7%, and then nothing was even close. Yeah, I agree with this, but I didn't vote for it. I did want to throw a vote at my underdog fave of the year, which is Die in the Dungeon. Me and 12 other people. Shout out, shout out. But this was so good. I mean, I didn't play all of these games, but I really enjoyed Locomoto. I enjoyed Die in the Dungeon. But yeah, I mean, Tiny Bookshop, man. I feel like this game really does what I want from an indie game, and I'm just so glad that so many people are playing it. So, well deserved.
There you go.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, well-deserved win from Tiny Bookshop. Another really stacked category of nominees. Everyone has a great game here, but I voted for my favorite of this nominee list, which was Locomoto. It was a cute train conductor game, and I honestly played the whole full story of that one, so I felt like I needed to give it some love with my vote. But definitely, yeah, awesome indie games this year for sure.
Yeah. I played half of these. So I played Tiny Bookshop, Locomoto, Kitchen Sink Aloha. I really liked them. I mean, I think Locomoto definitely deserves a shout out, but I voted for Tiny Bookshop because I thought it was, I mean, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but Tiny Bookshop is one of our Cozy Game of the Year award nominees. So, yeah, this game definitely made a splash. I feel like this is what the category is all about. So, very well deserved.
We love that. And we love this next category, which this category, fun fact, has some lore to it. It's called Not Another Farming Sim, which if this show was not called the Slow Burn Podcast, the other original name pitch was Not Another Farming Sim. So little homage there. But these are other types of games that we wanted to highlight that give us a fresh take, pretty much kind of like something unique that isn't just a farming sim and is doing something different, not necessarily having to be a simulation game like the other category was. So just a little collection of, I don't know, some weird little games that we didn't know where to put anywhere else. The nominees are Discounty, Date Everything, Little Rocket Lab, Mudborn, My Card is Better Than Your Card, and Letters to Arala. And the Burnie goes to Date Everything.
Wow. There you go.
Do you remember when they announced Date Everything in a Nintendo Direct and you guys were like, what the hell is this? And I was like, this is going to be the best game that's ever existed.
You were right, I guess.
I was right, actually. What did you guys vote for this one? I did vote for Date Everything, but some of my little sneak peeks of the year were in here, like My Card is Better Than Your Card and Letters to Arala, Discounty, of course. But yeah, I was hardcore on the Date Everything, and so was 45% of the vote.
Man, what'd you vote for?
I feel I did not vote for Date Everything, but I do think that Date Everything is literally the title of this category. It's not another farming sim at all. It's a completely unique and like silly and wild and spicy take on a cozy narrative game. That game goes so deep, I've heard. Like it goes into so many storylines, so much dialogue, and so much thought. Down to like the design of the characters and everything. But I voted for Little Rocket Lab, another of one of my favorite cozy games of the year. And Little Rocket Lab is my first like entry into the automation genre. It plays as a farming sim without the farming and instead having like this automation and crafting element. And it definitely surprised me. It takes a lot more brain power than a lot of games that I play, but it definitely stood out to me. It's super polished and it is on the Switch now as well, so more people can get a taste of it. But yes, congratulations to Date Everything for winning Not Another Farming Sim.
Yeah, developers take notice. We want a little bit of spice. A lot of people like the spice. I played the demo for Date Everything. I feel like that was enough for me, but it was really well written. It was a little unexpected, you know? I did vote for Discounty. I think that I wanted to vote somewhere for Discounty. I feel like this is a great category for it. And that was kind of like the two-way, competition between Discounty and Date Everything. Date Everything winning pretty big, but like Discounty, I feel like it's such a great idea. Like it falls under that management, but there's so much more with like the tone of the game and like the writing and stuff. So yeah, I feel like this was a fun pick. This is good.
For sure. The next category is Can't Stop Playing. And this is what we are deeming the most addicting cozy game of the year. Our nominees are Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, Rune Factory, Guardians of Ozma, Pokemon Legends ZA, and 2 Point Museum. And announcing the winner is Let's Play K.
Hi friends, my name is Kay, also known as Let's Play Kay here on YouTube, and I'm a variety game streamer and content creator. I'm so excited to be sharing the winner of the Can't Stop Playing category because, to be honest, 2025 gave us a ton of games that were extremely hard to put down. For me personally, the most addictive game this year was Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. There's just something so cozy about picking this game up on your Steam Deck, running your favorite TV show, and cozying up in bed. It just quickly became my comfort game. But just because it was my favorite, it doesn't mean it takes home the title for today. With 5 games in the running for the crown and many votes later, I am so happy to announce that the winner for the Can't Stop Playing category is Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. Now, although I didn't personally play this one, I was obsessed with watching streams of it, and I totally get why it won this category. Between the 14 different jobs that you can play through in the game, the rich storyline, and also the decorating, I mean, what's not to love? So congrats to this title for the much-deserved win.
Thank you, Kay, for sharing our winner for Can't Stop Playing category. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, takes the Burnie. What do you guys think of our winner?
Yeah.
And what did you vote for?
This is like picking my children. All of these are super addicting. I actually voted, and I'm surprised this one didn't win, but Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, I think is super addicting. Like, it's the short days. You just kind of want to go to one more day, and you're like, oh, I got to get this done. But I will say Fantasy Life, I think this one won because, like, Story of Seasons I could play for like 3 hours. Fantasy Life I could play for like 6. And it's like so good, and there's so much to it. So I could definitely see this one winning. Shout out Rune Factory, shout out Pokemon, super addicting, and 2 Point Museum getting a lot of votes. So I think they got this one right, though.
Yeah, I think so too. It was pretty close between Fantasy Life and Story of Seasons. I did pick Fantasy Life just because I actually didn't even play it that much, but every time I think about that game, it's one that I'm like, oh my god, there's so much left to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that was good enough for me to pick it here. But I was torn. I almost gave it to 2 Point Museum because I do love that one. But yeah, I think it makes sense that Story of Seasons and Fantasy Life were the ones that are on top here. And like I said, I picked Fantasy Life too. What did you pick, Min? I bet I can guess.
No, can you?
Did you not pick Story of Seasons?
No, I
Wow.
picked Fantasy Life.
The
The
heck?
winner. I know. I felt like
Wow.
I mean, they're really close. But yeah, I felt like when Fantasy Life came out, I was a little like drawn back from it being delayed. And then once I actually played it, I was like, I can't stop playing this. I played it even with friends, and we had so much fun, like going through all of the like levels you could do together. And it's just so easy to put time into without really realizing. And even like on the character creator when you start out, you know? So, yeah, that's who I gave my vote to, and they were the winner. So, yay, Fantasy Life.
There you go.
Let's go.
Next up, I like this category, the most hyped up. So this is the most anticipated upcoming game for 2026. This one is always fun to like look ahead, and we have lots of nominees for this one. Here are the nominees for most anticipated games of 2026. Pokemon Pokopia, Witchbrook, Petite Planet, Star Sand Island, Paralives, Moonlight Peaks, and Pal World, Pal Farm. And the winner, with 43%, is Witchbrook.
Oh,
A game that was supposed to come out this year, one of the biggest delays of this year, and I think that's why this game won, because people were this close and they wanted to play it. So, Peyton, do you agree with this? Did you vote for Witchbrook?
of course I did. Yes, absolutely. This is my biggest upcoming game of 2026 for sure. I'm excited. All of these games, not Pal Farm. I'm going to skip that one.
Yeah.
But the other ones, I'm excited about all of them. And I can't wait to see how they all shake out. Specifically, for me, it was between Pokopia and Witchbrook. But man, Witchbrook has just been like the man, the myth, the legend for all of these years. So I can't wait to see it finally come out. And yeah, I think you're right. I think it was like that we just got that taste of it. Like it almost came out. That it was like, yeah, that's the one. So I think that makes sense. It got most of the vote with 43.3%. So not too surprised, but what did you guys vote for?
I feel like you guys aren't going to believe what I voted for.
Oh my God, wait a second.
Did you pick Petite Planet?
Oh, you did.
No.
No.
Star Sand Island?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just a farming sim girl at heart, and when I played that demo, I really wanted to stop because I wanted to just experience it when the game comes out. I think it could be really promising, and I hope I don't get my hopes down, I hope it's really polished when it releases. It's going to be on Switch as well, which opens up a huge, opportunity for even more people to play it. So I think that's huge for a farming sim like this. I am excited for Witchbrook as well, and for Moonlight Peaks and Paralives and Petite Planet and Pokemon Pokopia. But when I think about like my type of game and what's gonna have like the most longevity for me, it's a game that's open-ended with romance and farming like Star Sand Island. So that's why I did that. And I felt like I just need to see more about Witchbrook still. But I think Witchbrook's going to be a really solid one, and I'm really hoping it's still coming in 2026 and we get a solid date soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I think out of all of these, the only ones I'm not super excited about are Paralives and Pal Worlds, Pal Farm, just because, like, I don't know, not really my type of games. But yeah, I will say, to go with your Star Sand Island, that was one of the most impressive demos I've played, like, ever. Like, it was so good. It was very good. And there's a Switch 2 version, which I think is good. I voted for Pokopia. I think it excites me when you have a big company like Pokemon behind a cozy game. Like, they can update it. They can add content to it. It has potential to become like a big thing because of the IP attached to it. So I'm excited for Pokopia. We've seen a decent amount already. We saw like 20 minutes total of like a trailer. So yeah, I'm just very excited for that. Obviously excited for Witchbrook, but I'm a little worried. Why was it delayed? Like they gave their reason, but is it ready? Is it as close as we think? So very deserving. And again, I think it's because a lot of people were so close to playing Witchbrook that they're like, yeah, that's the game I want. So very exciting. 2026, dude. We could have put like 5 more games on here. It's going to be great.
Yeah. And speaking of games that are great, the next category, we let you nominate the games because we had a hard time nominating the games, trying to make sure that games got love somewhere that we thought deserved it. But we wanted to give you guys the opportunity to vote for your favorite game of the year as a write-in rather than the multiple choice nominees. So you guys got to nominate your favorite cozy game that launched in 2025. We had, like I said, like close to 300 responses on this. We tallied up the results. And do you guys want to hear like the top 3, or should I just tell you the winner?
Tell us the winner, and then I want to hear like top 3, and I want to hear some like little ones that were sprinkled in that maybe we haven't heard of.
Yeah.
I'm so interested in this category.
It was a nice like range for sure of different types of games, but there was one clear winner. It was close, but there was one clear winner. The winner of the fan favorite, Burnie, goes to Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar.
Wow.
Whoa. I'm glad, you know what? I feel like we've talked about the Story of Seasons franchise so much on this show, and oftentimes I've wondered, like, do the people like it? Like, are we talking about it too much? They like it. We can keep talking about it. But yeah, Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar was the clear winner, with Tiny Bookshop a close second, and Fantasy Life, The Girl Who Steals Time, a close third.
Fair.
And then there are some other options. Min, somebody wrote your name as fan favorite.
Nuh-uh.
They wrote Min's Meadow.
Wow.
I swear to God. So
You're
King,
joking.
I didn't play
swear
that
to
game.
God, I
Did
didn't
they
either. But
think that it said favorite cozy royalty member?
must have been. But so you got a nomination there. We saw some love for Discounty, of course. Blue Prince was one that I saw quite a bit. Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Infinity Nikki, Little Rocket Lab, Little Witch in the Woods mentioned. Power Wash Sim 2 was a big one. Rune Factory. We had some Slime Rancher 2 as well. 2 Point Museum, Winter Burrow 2. But yeah, at the end of the day, Story of Seasons. What do you guys think? I actually didn't do a write-in for. I didn't vote in this one.
Yeah, I
Is
didn't.
it too hard to choose?
I forgot.
Maybe I didn't.
I was like, oh, I'm allowed to write in.
So it's
Well,
worth
I know what
noting
I wrote.
This
What
got
did you write?
half of the votes. So this was like a write-in, and half of the people that voted and all the other ones
Oh.
kind of submitted. So the numbers
So
are
like
a little weird.
150 people-ish.
Yeah. What do you think, man?
Yeah. I nominated Gemporium because I had finished that game. I think it's so fun. If it maybe blew up a little more, I feel like people could do all sorts of different run-throughs in that game, speed run it. Like, it's just such a fun, cute game. So that's what I nominated because I wasn't sure if it would win out any of these categories. So I was like, I better nominate it.
I like it.
So, yeah. But you guys don't remember what you put, or you didn't,
didn't
put
put-
anything?
I didn't put anything, but I should have. I should have given love to one of my favorite games, which is Early Access. It's not nominated anywhere else here, but Omelet You Cook. Love that game. It's so good. It's a good one. You should play it.
Love
Omelet,
it.
roguelite. Yeah, it's good. Play it.
The one I wrote in here, honestly, I just kind of want to give a shout out to like Marvelous, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azima. It's a game that I didn't complete, but I was so worried about the future of Rune Factory because Rune Factory 5 came out. I did not like it, and I was like, oh no, like what's happening here? I really like 3 and I like 4, but Guardians of Azima, if you haven't played it, if you like combat, kind of like Zelda-like, there's also like a town management element where you're like rebuilding the town and putting shops down. Shout out to them, man. And the fact that it runs so well on Switch 2. Yeah, I just wanted to shout them out before we get to the big award.
Yeah.
My God.
Do I get to announce it, or can we all scream it together? We are
Set us up,
announcing-
and then we'll scream it together.
Okay. We are announcing the biggest award in this award ceremony. We hope you're enjoying the show. This is the Cozy Game of the Year of 2025, the game that was the top of their class, and the nominees are Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, Tiny Bookshop, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Town to City, and Rune Factory Guardians of Azima. And the winner goes to... The Burnie goes to... Big drum roll.
3, 2, 1.
One.
Fantasy Life.
Fantasy Life.
Ah,
The Girl Who
longest
Steals Time.
Woo!
That's a long title. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. Is this what you expected to win?
Remember last year when it got delayed and we were like, well, I hope it's worth it.
And then it got delayed
The
again.
people- What?
It got delayed
it got
multiple
delayed
times.
again.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It did. I mean, yeah. To be honest, I was a little surprised just because this came out earlier in the year. So I wasn't sure if I was surprised that second place went to right, unless I'm lying. No, I'm truthing. Second place went to Tiny Bookshop because I thought Fantasy Life was going to have a hard time beating out Story of Seasons because of more recency bias. No. The Story of Seasons people, they love it, but not as much as the Fantasy Life people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fantasy Life I is a fantastic game. I actually did vote for Story of Seasons just because I played more of Story of Seasons. Really want to get back to Fantasy Life. And I think the special thing about Fantasy Life is like it reaches more communities than ours. Like people that like combat and like RPG elements, they're going to play it too. And this was like kind of a niche, like beloved franchise that started on 3DS, and they made another sequel, got delayed a few times, and it was worth the wait. They've updated the game since. I think there's still an update coming for like a roguelike mode or something like that. So very well deserved. I did vote for Story of Seasons. I think this is my favorite Story of Seasons, I think. I've never said that out loud. But it's very good. My only problem with it is that the days I feel like are a little too short, where it gets not as cozy. But yeah, Fantasy Life is a fantastic game. It's so good.
Yeah, definitely deserving of that win. Another really stacked category. I feel like we had four huge, I don't know, they're all kind of huge games, and I'm glad we threw Town to City in there too, because I really want to play that game after hearing everyone talk about it. But yeah, ultimately Fantasy Life I won. I actually voted for a different game though. I had voted. What? You too?
Me too.
I'm like, what's she whispering over there? I voted, and I'm scared to tell you guys, but I voted for Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and
Wow.
it's not my, out of these categories, I felt like that was the one that impacted me the most this year. I kept going back to it. I played it again. I cosplayed Hongedon. But I also went to Japan, and I went to Japan being obsessed with Sanrio, and I probably wouldn't have been as obsessed with it if I hadn't played that game at the beginning of this year. So I felt like that one impacted me personally the most in a silly way, and it's an easy game to go back to. And out of these games, it's probably one that I will keep going back to in the future. But yeah, like a really stacked category here.
Yeah, I did pick Tiny Bookshop here. I really liked it. I will say, if Date Everything was in this category, I would have picked that. But I enjoyed all of these games that I played. I haven't played them all. And even though I didn't vote for Fantasy Life, I think it is very, very deserving and not a total surprise, for sure.
Yeah, I like the winner here. I think it was really great, and I know people who have hundreds of hours in it, which is crazy. So definitely want to get back and play that. Let us know in the comments what your cozy game of the year was. Even if it wasn't one of these nominees, we would love to hear. Again, we have some limited merch. I'm going to put this on the screen right now. Go check it out. Use code Burnies for 10% off. This merch will only be up for a few weeks. And then we'll kind of...
Until we remember to take it down.
We'll give it the boot after that. So, thank you for all of our guests that helped us out with the winners. You guys have any final words today?
Yeah, this is our last episode of the season. So I've had an awesome year just talking to you guys about cozy games and being even better friends with you this year. I feel like all of our personalities have really shown and just on the show this year even more. And it's been so much fun and so many good laughs. And I'm glad you could see our gowns this year. Let us know what you thought of the video version of this. If you're listening, go check out the video version of this.
And Men's cow chair.
And
go look at Min's couch.
Like,
Min has very cute. This is the description of what you're looking at if you're just listening to the audio. So Min is dressed in a pink sparkly dress. Everything behind her is pink. There's a pink Christmas tree. There are pink cows. There's the coziest looking couch I've ever seen in my life. That's also pink. There's a neon strawberry sign, and she looks stunning. And she has a strawberry cow chair.
I got my crown, but
Yeah. Oh, and your crown, of course, pink crown. Patrick is hitting us up with what he calls an artsy black turtleneck. He's still rocking the classic. What do you call it? A snapback, or do you call it just like a hat backwards? Backwards
hat. But it is a snapback. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a collection of games behind him. He's got his fancy bragging YouTube play button behind him, and the NT neon sign. He's got some Eric and some Blathers pillows, and I think it's cut out, but we also see giant bins of his.
If you can't see it, he has huge bins, and it's really.
I have a lot of decorations.
What they're full of, who knows? And of course, I am wearing a blue sparkly dress with a blue tiara, and I am surrounded by Labubus, other trinkets, Snoopies, sloths, and
one
other
earring.
crap. Oh, I'm wearing 2 earrings.
Oh, I thought you did the trick where you just put the one side in.
No, you just can't see my hair is covering the other side. I also got some, it's probably cut out, but I have lots of Amazon boxes on the floor too.
Mm-hmm.
And my co-host Bubbles licking her stuff.
Nice.
There you go. Thank you guys again. If you're over on the YouTube channel, subscribe. We're not going to promise anything here, but subscribe.
You're here, so do it.
You might as well.
Yeah. But
thank
you
you
guys
for listening this year, and thank you guys for having fun every week with me too. Min said a really cute thing. I want to say a cute thing too, so I had fun.
Good.
Thank you guys again.
Did you have fun, Pat?
I did.
No, he hates us.
It's gonna be weird whenever we do take breaks. I'm like, what is this Monday? Like, I don't know what to do with this time in the morning. So
sleep.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Yeah.
But thank you so much again. We love talking to you guys about all the latest cozy games, and we will be back in mid-January. So until then, we will see you then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.